All right, welcome everybody. My name is Scott Musgrave. Welcome to Curly Hair Artistry. This is Silver Series number 3, and I've got a special guest. He's already popped in. Hey! That's all right. We are new to technology and we are figuring things out. So you are here. Welcome, Sabrina. How are you?
Thank you. Good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. You look beautiful. Thanks for doing this. You're a lady that I respect, that's been through a journey, not only in the curly world, and that's how I kind of found you through my little discoveries and found out just who has beautiful hair and who also shares their knowledge. And you've inspired quite a few people. And then I think you found me through something. I'm not even sure how you came about becoming a part of Cultivate Your Curls. How did you find me a little while ago?
Baravi. Yeah.
Baravi?
Yeah. I met Baravi through the curly groups, and she was sharing about the Cultivate Your Curls course through the groups, and I just kind of sat back and watched a little bit, trying to decide if it was something I could afford to do and if it was indeed worth it. And I started, gray hair is so much different than just regular curly hair. And so I was wondering if there were other silvers in the group and if it was going to be something that worked for me. And then I saw a picture of Vicky, beautiful Vicky with the silver hair. And I went, okay, I'm gonna try this. And you had your special for like Black Friday, and I asked my husband, I said, can we do this for my Christmas gift? And he said yeah, and that was it. So
Well, James is a good man. I love your husband. He's a good guy.
yes, I do too.
Yeah, and I met both you guys a couple times, and I've had the honor of cutting your hair when you travel, because you're in California, I'm in North Carolina, and you people are people of adventure. I mean, you hook up your awesome trailer now and you travel and you meet up and hook up with other people. So I want to get a little bit into that as well. But so I asked you to send me a picture, and when I saw the picture, I was like, wow, you cut most of your color off. And that was one of the questions that I had for everybody was, what was the determining factor for you to start, and how many years ago was that? Because how old are you now? And we talking about age, and I'm 58. Baravi said she was just turned 50, I think.
I'll be 50 in November.
50 in November. And so how long have you been full on silver?
Since 45 and a half. Because on my 45th birthday was my last color, and that was when I made a decision, this is it. And
so right on your birthday you got a color and stopped coloring?
Yep, that was it. Made that decision. Yeah, that was it. I mean, knew I was going to do it a year prior, but I had my daughter's wedding, and then I colored it one last time for my friend's wedding, and then knew that was going to be it.
Yeah, that was one of the things I talked about earlier with Baravi was because some people say I can't do it because it's not professional. I've got photo opportunities coming up, and I have met some people that pull their hair back or put on a temporary color or something. But one of the determining factors for you was you had peace in your soul that nothing was coming up, that you could just let it grow out, I guess, right? Yeah.
Well, I had my hair, the decision to even go gray was because my hair was thinning. It wasn't healthy. I was having to color it every week. That's how quick it would
Every
grow.
week? Were you doing that yourself or going to a salon?
My husband he started doing it for me. And
okay.
And then my dad was fighting cancer, and I just went, this can't be healthy. My hair was so thin, it couldn't even stay in a ponytail. It would just slide right out.
So was it breaking out from the color or coming out from your scalp? Do you really know? Because I got the picture of your roots, and that's quite a bit of silver contrast for for color, I could see why you'd want to color that at home, because that's every, you know, every 4 days it seems like you would have a whole bunch popping out.
It was, yeah. And then it would intensify the thinness of my hair. It would look even thinner. So that's, again, another reason why I cut it so short, is that it didn't appear healthy. I wasn't curly girl yet. I didn't even know about the curly girl method until after I'd already been fully transitioned and started growing my hair out.
So that might have been like 46 or 7, 40 years
yeah,
old?
I would say 46, yeah, 46 years old.
So how are you taking care of your hair? Were you straightening it, or you just did the best you could with trying to figure out products?
Exactly. Well, I was using the Diva line, but again, I didn't know about the protein moisture balance. And so I was kind of looked fried from all the protein, overuse of protein. And then my hair doesn't curl, it curls lower. And so when it was short like that and it was starting to grow out, it just kind of has like a bend. So I had to straighten it with my hands and my blow dryer to try to give it like a straightening look.
Right.
And then I would sometimes pin curl it, you know, because it just wouldn't do anything. It just kind of,
Right. Yeah. And then, so when you, so you said, I'm going to start growing it out. And one of the pictures you had, it was kind of longer with some silver on. Then what made you say, forget trying to grow this out and keep length, I'm just going to cut it off?
Just because it didn't feel healthy. It didn't feel healthy to me. It felt really thin. And I've had a pixie cut before, and so it's nothing I was afraid to do.
Oh, cool. So then as it was, so then you cut it off and you were still a little bit color and a little bit natural as it was growing in. When you started, when it started growing in, do you remember feeling it? And did it feel better? Did it feel coarser? Did it feel smooth? Did it feel soft compared to because the pictures as a hairstylist, when you're putting pigment on your hair to cover up the roots, and if you keep putting it on the rest of it, you're just swelling the cuticle and it changes the texture of your hair. And a lot of people think that's how their hair texture is, and it isn't. And then some people say gray hair is coarse, and a lot of times it isn't. So I didn't know if you noticed a difference with the texture and the feel of your hair as it was growing in.
Mine was wiry. It was more on the wiry side. Plus it was short, so it didn't really have a lot of that length to kind of weigh it down. And again, I wasn't doing the curly girl method at all. So it's not like I had a lot of moisture going on. I think things would have been different if I had known about, you know, the CG method and the cultivate your curls method. I think it would have been an entirely different walk for me. I may have even just let it grow out.
Then as it was growing, you would just cut out the color treated hair?
Yep. Yeah,
at a salon, or yourself, or James?
Cuts, super cuts.
Oh, super cuts.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's short. I just, you know, didn't need to spend a lot of money. And I just wanted that. So every month I would go and have some more cut off.
And then you just remember the point that it was all silver.
Yeah.
And then were you trying to find help online, or I didn't know if you're on social media? Were you trying to find help in support groups, or did anyone tell you about anything? How were you trying to learn to embrace your silver hair and your curly hair?
Well, to embrace my silver hair, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any support groups. I wasn't on Instagram yet. It was just a decision, I'm doing this. And I think when you get to that point, nothing can sway you. Nothing can turn I had a few kind of comments, like, why am I doing this? You're going to look old, that kind of thing. I didn't care. I didn't care. I was at that point where it's either I'm going to have no hair on my head, or it's going to be gray, because that's how I just didn't feel like it was healthy, and it just had to go. So, and then for the curly girl, like I said, I was already fully transitioned and already started to have my curls. My girlfriend, Carla, who is also the creator of Curla Gel that I love so much. She has just happened to mention to me about the Curly Girl method and invited me to one of the curly groups. And I knew nothing. I had no information, and amazing people I met there. Baravi, that's how I met Baravi, that's how I met Danielle, and that's how I met Daisy. All amazing curly girls who were very generous with their knowledge. And I was having people coming up for me on the street telling me how much I inspired them with my hair, and that's when I decided to do the Instagram.
Yeah, so then you at Embrace the Gray, right?
Embracing the Gray, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that. I'll put a link down below in the description box for those that want to check it out. And you not only show your journey with your hair, but also life, which is what I love, and that's a big part of the message of Cultivate Your Curls. Is once you embrace your hair, you start embracing more of who you are, your esteem and your dignity and your confidence, and you start living life instead of constantly being consumed with like hair things, which is fine. But I mean, it's fun to see your son, your daughter, and James, and some of your adventures and some of your photography. And it just gives a glimpse into who you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. So so then you had your hair short and then no more color, and you started growing it out, and you started learning more about different methods of growing your hair out, and you just decided to let it stay on the medium to longer side?
Yes, yes. Well, I've always had short hair all my life, and I've always wanted to have it longer, and I just kind of want to see what it looks like. So this is about where it's at right now. I feel like I look better with it shorter for my face shape, but I'm just having fun having it grow out right now to see how I like it. So
you stay active. I know you do a little bit of like you have like a late reclining bike. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a recumbent bike. Or trike. But I'm very active. I'm either hiking, we're on our bikes. I'm an avid gardener. I'm also a DIY. Both my husband and I do a lot of DIY, so we do our own stunts. You know, we're doing all our own woodwork and painting and stuff. So we're very busy, and most of the time my hair is up in a bun. I wear like a top knot bun or low, or even pigtails. So because I have to wear my helmet or my my gardening hat.
How many days can you get out of your hair?
4 or 5 days. If I could actually go longer if my scalp gets itchy.
Right. Well, I think that's to go 4 or 5 days. That's actually pretty good. Then when you said it was grown in and it felt wiry, the new texture, how would you say your hair is now when it's full and it's hydrated and is it still in? Oh, it's more soft?
It's soft. Yeah, definitely. It's very soft. It's kind of silky. It's hard to keep things in, like the little rubber bands in my hair just kind of slide out.
The hair ties slide out and clips and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, as I've worked with your hair, it does. It feels great and it feels very healthy. And so that's, do you have to, where you're at, have to worry about mineral deposits coming in to yellow your hair, or do you have to worry about certain products with yellowing in the ingredients? Do you have to use pure white products? Do you have to use the purple shampoo? What about some of the products that you are using that help you out a lot?
Yes, definitely. I got the filter that you had recommended in your course, and so I have that to help me with the water minerals. I have to wear a hat when I garden because I do spend a lot of time in the sun, and so I do protect it with a big wide brim gardening hat.
What would it? Do you know what it would do if you didn't?
Yeah, I start to get the yellowing, and I've seen it before. I've seen
you still have dark hairs that are in there.
I do.
And the dark hairs have the pigment, and usually they're the ones that fade out a little bit. Unless I'm wrong in your case, if you're saying the white strand gets a little bit yellow,
Yeah.
then is that what happens?
Yeah, that's what happens. The whiter and the gray areas are the ones that start to get kind of dingy looking.
Okay.
And so every wash I tone. Right now I still have a little bit of blue in it. So
When
my
you say
hair
you
looks a little
tone, what
skinny.
do you tone with? Excuse me.
Well, I have my products here. I'll show you. I mix, okay, so I mix 1 pump of the purple shampoo. This is a little harsh on my hair. My hair is, I would say it's porous, so it dries easily. So I need more moisture. So this is harsh. I would use this as a clarifying. I know it's not as harsh for Bravi, but it is for me. So I'll use 1 pump of this with my Curla okra conditioner, and I kind of make a low poo with that, and then I add in some of the blue Manic Panic, because the blue seems to help tone it better.
I have not heard of that. Is that what is that specifically for?
The Manic Panic,
Right.
it's just a blue kind of dye that can wash out, but I use it to color for my, to add the color to my conditioning.
Okay, so do they have other colors of that stuff?
They do. They have a purple. I have the purple as well, but I found like the blue is the best for me.
Okay.
And so I have a container here. I'll show you. I have a little container that I have a little spoon that I always keep designated, and I make a mixture of this, and then I coat it before I take a shower. Half an hour before I go in, I coat it on my dry hair.
Oh, wow.
And then I comb it through, and I clip it, let it sit, and then I go in, and then I wash. I'll use the Jessie Curl cleansing cream on my scalp to make sure, because I told you my scalp gets kind of itchy, so to clean my scalp. And then I kind of like mix everything, and it's a nice lather and everything gets kind of mixed in and washed out. And adding the conditioner helps for me for the moisture. And adding it to dry hair really helps to penetrate and get in there and get all that yellow out.
And you do that every time you cleanse?
Every time I cleanse, yeah.
So like once every 4 or 5 days, because you said yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And then what's like the hydration or conditioner? Are you use a regular conditioner or a deep conditioner, or once in a while both?
I use Giovanni, the 50-50. I forgot to grab it, but it's the 50-50 conditioner. It's 50 protein, 50 moisture.
Okay.
My hair needs protein, but it can't handle too much, so I have to have that extra moisture. So the Giovanni conditioner I have found to be perfect for me. Great.
Yeah, send me a picture of the products you use when we're finished up here.
Yeah.
So I can remember that. And do you leave some of that in?
I do. I actually I make sure to put lots of hot water to open up my cuticles, and kind of they swell up, and then I start adding all my hydration in. I have my brush here that I use, this brush, and it helps to distribute the conditioner, and then I pin it up, I clip my hair up, do all my lathering and everything. Before I add my filler, I go back into the hot water, just kind of quickly, the dodge, how you do in your video.
Right.
And I get some of the water on there before I add my filler.
Great. And then do you like cream-based styling products, or clear-based, or a little bit of both?
I would love a cream base if I can find one that I like. What I'm using for my filler is the Uncle Funky's curl stimulator. That's my filler. And then I get out of the shower, I fabric scrunch with my flour sack towel, and then I add my Curla okra gel. And
yeah, I like the okra gel. I love that stuff.
I do too, but this is a different formulation. This is the one that Carla makes for me that doesn't have the okra in it, so it's a little bit lighter. It doesn't have that darker greener, because it was starting to stain my hair. I think my hair is
Oh,
just
wow.
very porous and it just stains easily.
Right. Yeah, it's so interesting. Then do you have to detox occasionally, or just use the purple shampoo? That's enough for that?
I do detox about once a month
Okay.
with the
Cool.
vitamin C.
Yeah. So now your skin looks amazing, and I know. So you stay healthy, right, with all the activities. Now, are you
Yes.
eating? What's your diet like?
I'm very dairy free, gluten free, mostly vegan. I eat a little bit of red meat here and there because I do love a good steak. but
Yeah.
but yeah, I would say I follow the paleo diet.
Okay. Yeah, because I know when we meet up now and then, we're like, okay, let's go to somewhere good. And where do you want to go? And as long as it's American food or something, casual dining and everything, so that looks good. So next,
Mexican, always Mexican.
yeah. So I got a good place for that next time you come around. Plus, I need you guys to come over and grill out with me. So
Yes.
so then so when you pull your hair back for when you exercise, when, do you keep it up and just shower your body and then come out and refresh your hair?
It's funny. I actually spend most of my time, like probably after I'm done with this interview with you, I will put it back up.
Right.
I've had my hair short for most of my life, so having it in my face and I'm constantly doing things, it really bugs me. So I always wear my hair pulled back most of the time. And I'm actually amazed at how well it's like this morning is second day hair. I just
Wow.
I put it up and I just kind of fluff it out. And sometimes I have these weird little stragglers that kind of do weird things. And then I have to kind of wrap it around my finger and hold it with a pin to kind of rejuvenate it. I have so
Right.
many different
Spring
curl
factors.
patterns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
curl
I have
pattern.
so many
Yeah.
curl patterns. I mean, they're just crazy. So, but yeah, I wear a satin lined shower cap. I put my hair up, wear a satin lined shower cap, and then I come out and I kind of just shake it out and hope for the best.
They have satin lined shower caps for the shower.
Yes,
Oh,
Walmart.
I thought that was mostly for sleeping.
No, they have ones that are lined for the shower, and that's what I use.
Wow.
And even when I sleep, it's not a pineapple. My hair doesn't stay in a pineapple, so I actually have to wear it in a bun. So it's my hair's a little bit looser today than it was yesterday because it was up in that bun. But yeah, that's the only way I can keep my hair from being completely Medusa.
Can you do a slow turnaround to see the back?
Sure.
Like revolve
I don't know which
around?
direction you want me to go.
Oh, that's good. You can go. Yeah, that looks beautiful. You can see that. And go ahead and turn all the way around if you can, so we can see the back. There you go. Yep. Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's gotten long. So I
You
might
think
leave
you'll
it at
keep
this
it?
length.
Yeah,
I think
let's
I'll
go. I
leave
was
it at
just going to
this length.
say, do you
Well,
have
if
a
we end
curly?
up moving to North Carolina, I need to be able to put my hair up if it rains.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with all the COVID stuff and all the things going on, all my clients that have hair your length and longer, that's all they've been wearing it up for 3 to 4 months, leaving some conditioner in, just putting it up. They're working mainly out of home, so they don't have to worry about traveling. And they're letting it down just for me to cut their hair for like the second or third time in 4 months. And what's cool about that is you don't have to worry about your hair anymore. You can do other things, but when you want it to look nice, you know how to do that now. You know how to
Exactly.
manage it. Yeah, you know
Right.
how to manage it. Yeah.
There's a freedom to that, knowing after taking your course that I know I'm going to have consistent results. So does that make sense? I know
Yes.
that whatever I do, it's going to come out fine. I don't have to fret. I don't have to try to plan even extra time before an event. I just know it's going to just work out the way it is. But like I said, the majority of the time my hair is up. I'll sleep in it like that, and I wake up and still don't even, it still is up. I can go like that for
Right.
days. I don't even
Right.
touch it.
Yeah. And you recently just had a threat of wildfires out there in California. And so that all of that with COVID and all these other things that are going on, I mean, you look great from having to deal with all these things. And what's some of the things that you've seen over time that bothers you that other ladies growing their silver hair out, and I'm sure with guys too, have to deal with, that frustrates you?
What frustrates me is the negative comments people make. For some reason, people think they have this right to go up to even strangers and say, you look old, or I can't, you're letting yourself go. And, I had just a very small few that made their negative comments, but it didn't impact me at all. It didn't sway my decision because I was doing this for me and it wasn't for anybody else. And during that time, in fact, their comments made me, I'm kind of like a little rebellious Spitfire. So I was like, well, I'll show them, I'm gonna just really play this hard. I'm gonna sass this up. I'm not gonna let anybody talk me down and say that I'm letting myself go. If anything, it's been the opposite. I've embraced myself during this journey, and I've kind of reinvented. I had fun just reinventing myself. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I'm wearing this bright pink shirt. Before, all I did was wear the same kind of stuff, and it was mostly all black. And so going gray has kind of brought out this who I am. I wear, bright colors. I wear flowers now, floral stuff and pattern. I didn't do that before. I make my own jewelry and my own hair accessories. And so I wear flowers in my hair, and I wear lots of jewelry and just kind of a boho gypsy vibe. It brought out my artistic and creative personality. And I just, yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to reinvent me. And like, this is who I really am. Before, is all these years was playing mom. I didn't have, you had the mom uniform, yoga pants and a t-shirt. This is me. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that. And that's a big part of the journey I love being on with you and some of these other ladies that are going through this, is dropping is not letting the negativity impact your spirit and soul. And it's more of what's driving you, and it's a higher purpose reason. And sure, those comments hurt, but man, the way you express yourself is beautiful. And so thank you so much. Yeah, I love that. And so when I was, and I shared this in the other video with Baravi, and I wanted to actually start this with you, but I forgot, because I got this little book of Proverbs, and it was like Proverbs 16:31 that I was reading about when I was going to interview you ladies for the silver hair. Gray hair is like a crown of glory, and it's attained in the path of righteousness. And I had to look up path of righteousness and what that was like, because it truly is a journey of embracing what's important to you, your values. And if you don't know what those things are, then you're just vulnerable to the attacks of the world that just want to bring you down or conform you. And you've been a living example of this. And I mean, you don't boast about your Instagram, but I mean, you have over 10,000 people that look to you and follow you and just love how you express your glory. And I just want to appreciate and just thank you for doing that, because it inspires me as well in indirect ways of, not only is this about hair, but it's bigger than hair. This is a journey of embracing more of who you already are, but a lot of people don't know who they already are. And I love seeing people like you that share more of who they are And that truly does inspire other people for that. And so for that, I'm very grateful and thankful for you for doing that.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. And that actually helps me. I haven't been very active on my Instagram this year. I've had a lot of other things going on that have been preoccupying me. And I've actually shared with you that I've considered closing my account. You know, there's so many new Silver Sisters out there that are, you know, can take on the torch and share their journey. And I'm not sure if I really have much to share anymore. But, you know, I might hold on to it a little bit longer. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with keeping that there as a part of your legacy, as a record that somebody can go to out of reference because of hashtags or because somebody else references you or checks you out. So I hope you keep it, because there's nothing, it doesn't cost you a penny to keep it
Right.
there. And if you wanted to open up another channel to start a new account is real easy. You can start that. And I've got 3 different accounts myself, even one for barbecue. You know?
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I didn't want to put smoked ribs and pork butt on my curly hair account. So I started another one, and I follow other barbecue things, and it's fascinating. The barbecue world is very much like the curly world, because there's all these YouTubers, Instagrammers, there's products with different ingredients. There's these men and women that have their way, it's this way, but a lot of people just embrace the whole community and help each other out. And I know the curly universe was more like that, and it still kind of is like that, but man, the drama, the confusion, the overwhelm, and it's starting to narrow down certain things that are more healthier, and we still need to see you. So I encourage you to keep it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to end the video. So make sure you hang on, because I want to just end the video. But thank you for doing that. Do you have anything else? I mean, if you don't have anything else, it's fine. But anything else that you thought of or could think of that you'd want to say about encouraging anyone with their embracing of the silver hair?
What I would say is, you know, it's great to have all these Instagram people to follow and these Silver Sisters to inspire you, but try to do that within is what I would tell. You know, find who you are. Don't compare yourself to other Silver Sisters, because you're just going to be disappointed, and that's going to just kind of crush your soul. So I just want people to try to just find the best in who they are, if that makes any sense. We all have unique styles. Embrace that. Embrace who they are, and embrace how your silver comes out. You don't know. It's kind of like Cracker Jacks. You know, you don't know what your prize is going to be. And so I really wanted beautiful white hair like Vicky. I didn't get that. And I could either be really sad and color it, or I can embrace what I have. And so that's what we need to do, is embrace what you have and give that forth.
Amen. That's a perfect way to end it then. So thank you very much for doing this interview with us, and thank you for sharing your journey. Yeah, and so very much appreciate it. And I will definitely keep up with you, and we will stay in contact. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day, and hang on to the end of this, and I'll get back to you in a second.
Okay.